Hello and welcome to the Troyiverse. It is June 19th. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. It's an awesome day. I believe the temperature right now is, 79? Hold on, let me check. It is a wonderful. No, 73. It's going to be the high is 81. The low is 68. Oh, could have been the perfect day of 69. But yeah, no. This might be a short one. Today I am not sure. I have a delivery that is arriving today. It was supposed to come yesterday. Um, which is funny because I wanted to actually do the podcast yesterday, but because my order was coming yesterday, I stayed home. I was like, let me just chill and relax and not stress myself out and being like, let me run out there do my podcast and then come back and yada yada yada. But it did not come. I'm thinking about this song. I don't know why it didn't come. Yeah. Now I'm sitting here chilling, waiting for 11 o'clock basically, because I actually have a comic book pickup to do. I want to go pick up my comic books, and after I pick up my comic books, I'm pretty much gonna do my usual shopping, run around, do my stuff, pick up my provisions, and yeah. But I am grateful and I am happy today because I am alive. Um, I was able to do a lot of stuff this week. I actually moved my rooms around, so the middle room that I used to sleep in, I moved my bed successfully out of that room into the back room area so that I could get out of the toxic airflow that was radiating through that room through the roof issues that I was having. If y'all are privy or remember listening to my previous podcast, I was talking about how I had a leak in the ceiling. Water was leaking through and possibly causing mold. And now that I know that it's no longer possible, it is actual a confirmation. The air quality was very toxic in there, to the point of just being outside that room for 20 minutes allowed me to breathe clearly and with a least amount of hindrance on my chest and my lungs. So this has been night 3? Yeah, this is the third night, fourth day that I've been in the back room, just relaxing, which I had a great time because now that I have my television, my big screen TV, where I usually have my TV back in the back, and now my bed's back there, I can now just relax and watch my TV while I'm going to sleep or play my video games. I actually finished Pragmata, night 2 of moving my bed back there, which fantastic game, immensely great. It was so sad. I'm going to go back eventually, and I am going to try to complete all the stages, all the things in there. I think I got at least 70% or 74% of all the boxes and all the completed stuff over like that. I just haven't. I don't have all of the. I don't have all of the gifts yet for Dana. So or Diana, sorry. But yeah, but besides that, I'm yeah, man, the game is dope. So I'm going back to finish Last of Us 2. That was the game that I was playing before Pragmata came out, and I like put a complete halt on that because I was like, I wanna, I didn't want to have a moment of like I wasn't in that revenge kick, and I'm still not, but at the same time, I still want to complete the game. Um, I was definitely on like a daddy daughter like kick like that, like still am for my own like mini me and stuff like that. But the time being till I get to actually hang out with her and talk to her and stuff like that, which should be coming next week actually. Awesomely, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. But yeah, as of right now, I am just enjoying life. Trying to stay as healthy as possible. Um, I do have to make sure I buy more things to help for my blood flow. Ironically enough, my body is feeling better, or unironically enough, my body is feeling better to the point of I'm mobile. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm actually going to start exercising again, which I'm so excited about because I used to exercise a lot. I think I told the story on the podcast once. If not, I'll tell it. I'll tell it right now. But I used to be like a workout fiend. Like I used to love working out. One of my cousins, she's deceased now. She had the Insanity Workout DVDs, and me and her sister did it like once, and it was like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but when one of the first DVDs that comes in it is basically like a track your like versatility exercise like DVD. So basically like you put the DVD on, they like, all right, do this amount of like exercises. I can't remember all of them back to back to back, but it's like chart them down to see how many you did during this first expedition, and then after like a week, like come back and then do it again, because it's supposed to be like every day you're supposed to throw a different DVD in, or your own like level of like comfortability of exercise and stuff like that. So when it came down to it, it was a thing of when she and I first started doing it, she was like, I'm good, I'm not doing this no more. So she's like, you can take the DVDs. So I took it, and my thing was, I'm already like huge. I was already huge on cardio and stuff like that. Like I was already a walker. Like I used to walk miles on end just for the like shits and giggles. I used to, my coitus levels and stuff like that. I was, messing with. I had Troytopia, so I was messing with different women at the same time. Like I think it was like 4 different women during a week span. But once again, with Troytopia, it was everyone was abreast and fully aware of what was going on. They knew I was messing with different people, just like I knew they was messing with different people. And it was the whole comfort and maturity of the fact of being like, hey, when we want to hang out with each other, we're hanging out with each other. We're not going to disrespect each other by, allowing one another to take phone calls and, be rude and yada, 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 and start talking to other people while we're together. But if we're not together, then same rules apply. Like, more than likely I'm probably with somebody else, more than likely you're somebody else. So if I call you, you don't answer, I get it, I'll hit me up when you hit me up, and vice versa. But so my cardio was already like through the roof basically when it came down to that type of like stamina and everything like that. But it got to a point where the last time I really went full on and worked out was the night before Valentine's Day. It was actually a new friend of mine, a new acquaintance of mine that I met through the party house that was in like the Mount Airy area that I went to, and she was in like a throuple relationship, but she was trying to weasel herself out of the throuple relationship without like talking about it. This was the same one actually who gave me oral the first night we met. Like I was the first day I went to the party house. It was the hostess birthday party, and I ended up staying there, spending the night, and waking up the next morning and receiving fellatio. So that was great. It was that one. It was that young lady. So got to a point where oh geez, there was a loud truck. Sorry, somebody car alarms going off because guy's truck like set it off, the noise pollution. But anyway, they she came through, but when she came through, it was the same day that I did my workout for the day, because that's when I did the insanity workout. It was basically a thing where I would do like the abs and midsection scenario. So, oh, he's coming back around. So, they came back down to it. See, that's that little dick energy right there. Because why are you speeding through a parking lot? That would make sense, just to go back and forth. But yeah, it was interesting. It was she and I got together that night after I did my workout, and then after I did my workout, I took her home, and then after I took her home, that's when I went and basically just went to the point where I just like walked from her place back to my place, which was fine. But I did so much like in that time of like the workout and then coitus with her and then walking back, and I was just exhausted, and I was like, I'm good on exercising for a while. But I think the second, that was like one of the second to last times. And the last time I did that was basically, what was it? When I was with my daughter's mom, when we worked out. And that was like the first and last time we worked out was like that. But now, man, I periodically worked out after that. You know what I mean? Did like what I could, when I wanted to. Was in that mood when a mood struck. But basically, it was a thing where I just kind of like was just chilling. But now, since I'm more mobile, after my injury, stuff like that, and after my sciatic nerve and herniated disc and stuff like that, like it's healed up as much as it has. Like I'm going to start working out, and the main reason, of course, is because of my health, period. And I want to make sure that when I do have, the ability to hang out with my daughter again, and stuff like that, I can be at a point where I can actually run around with her, and like we can do hikes and stuff like that, and ride bikes, and all the like fun stuff and stuff like that. But the secondary reason is I just found out, which I should have looked this up sooner. I'm not sure why, because every time I look up stuff about like blood thinners and like, because I'm on blood thinners now myself, because the blood clots that I had that was just developed through life or like that. So I knew from like different foods and stuff like that it was going to be helpful to have like coriander, pepper, and like garlic, and like onions, and like turmeric, and like what else, ginger, stuff like that. So I knew that, but I always looked up like food and wines and stuff like that. Wine and alcohol helps with blood thinning and stuff like that. I don't really do hard liquor anymore. I don't do hard liquor at all, actually, and I don't do beers because too much yeast and stuff like that, and I don't feel like having my like as a bigger midriff or stomach than I already have. So I just drink wine. That's it. So when it comes down to it, like I didn't realize that also because of exercise actually helps the veins and stuff like that get bigger and allows less clotting of the blood vessels and stuff like that. So I have a secondary reasoning for working out and stuff like that now. So I'm actually excited about that because I get to work out again. And it's dope because like I want to get back in shape again. I've always said this. I've always had like a joke about this when I was like younger and stuff like that. Like I want to be a DILF. Like I want to be like like I want to go and move wherever I move to, and like the housewives that I come around be like, who the fuck is that? Like, oh, he's a father too, and he's still in shape, yada yada yada. Like I'm trying to be that type of body type. I'm not trying to come in and be like, oh, he's a daddy, he also has like a dad bod type thing. But like, which is nothing wrong with dad bods. Like the Easter road, like respect. Yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like everybody is not gonna look like Brad Pitt. You know, when it comes down to it. I mean, here's the thing. The most realistic thing funny about it, like everybody's not gonna look like Leonardo DiCaprio when he's in movies. More likely they'll look like Leonardo DiCaprio when he's out of movies. Which is hilarious. But and if you know the reference, you know the reference. But when it comes down to it, yeah, I want to get more in shape. I want to get back. I want to be fit. I've always like wanted to strive for that. I think the only time I wanted the opposite was literally when I started this journey of trying to see if my personality and my wit and stuff like that could allow me to get dates and girlfriends and partners and stuff like that while overweight. That was something that was a social experiment that I started when I was a kid. Because when I was like a kid, I used to be, once again, it was back to, I guess, basics. Because when I was a kid, I used to work out all the time. I used to do pull-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks. I was very active and stuff like that. Like I was ripped as a kid. Like it was crazy. I was really built. Hence why my body is built how it is now. Like even though I have a stomach, like if you look at the the definition of like my upper chest and my shoulders and stuff like that, you can see, and also my arms, like you can see like how defined it is when it comes down to my muscularity. But because I was like, one of my cousins back in the day got into this dumb argument, and I was like, I can pull girls whatever I look like. Yeah, he's like, no, you can't. I was like, I'll prove it. I just like started gaining weight and stopped working out, and that's the only time I was like, I don't care about working out. I'm going to just eat as much as I want, blah blah blah, get bigger. But still proved my case, proved a point. Still ridiculous reasons to get into that type of parameters, but regardless, I'm happy that I could get back into working out again and like get myself healthy for longevity and stuff like that. Because I'm going to tell you, like it's been some nights where I felt like this is it. This is the end. Like I was like, I feel like my blood vessels are clogged up with like clotted fucking blood, and I don't know if this is going to make it through my lungs again, or if it's going to go up to the brain and like clog up the brain or whatever like that. Like it was a lot. It was a lot of a lot. But regardless, luckily, like I said, and happily, gratefully, I'm alive. Right? I'm cool and I'm up. So yeah, that's like where I'm at right now, and I'm just excited about that, and I'm excited about everything that's going on. Like I actually, yesterday, I actually was talked to by an actual author from England, from Britain, and like they're currently not living in Britain. They currently live somewhere else, but that's their business. I'm not putting it out there. But they was born and raised there in England or Britain, and we had a really good conversation. We was really talking and enjoyed each other's like communication and stuff like that. And like she gave me some advice and some suggestions about helping me with my not helping me with my writing, but helping me with getting my book out there in the world more. And I took it for what it was, and I appreciated her for like sharing that information, and it was actually really good. It was really dope. It was really nice, and I'm actually going to take what she offered to heart and actually go through with those suggestions and stuff like that. So I'm actually really excited about that. Same thing goes with like it's just, I don't know, I have a new zest for life. So here's the thing about it. It's gonna be wild. Like if you hear this when this thing come out, because once again I do have all my podcast like scheduled for release. Like the day I do it, I schedule it for the release date for the week that it's going to be following the in order the last podcast. Like this is episode 38, so at this point I think I'm at episode 35 that was just released recently, or is going to be releasing this coming Tuesday. So, like, I'm like, I'm setting them up and knocking them down. Like, I'm proud of myself because that's how I wanted to do it. I always wanted to have multiple amounts of podcasts on deck. So if anything were to happen, like, I would still be able to like put some stuff out there. So yeah, I'm happy about that, and like I like not jinxing or trying to like put anything out there, but like yeah, if this is the last one, then I'm happy to be in such high spirits for this last podcast. But if it's not, then I'll be talking to y'all next week, following this one. But yeah, it's been interesting, man, because like I want to talk like switching gears. It's funny because like we like have okay. I want to go. I want to talk about the shitbox for a little bit and talk about the world at large and like that. And it's just how crazy stuff is going on. Like we are literally in a position where we are trying to figure out what's going to happen next. Like, is America still going to be at war? Is the ceasefire a real ceasefire? Because all the previous ceasefires weren't. Like, the Ebola virus is still a huge thing. Like 900 plus people have contracted it, while literally, like I think 200 plus people already died from it. This is a new strain where basically the individuals, like, if they have it, if they had it and they died from it, it's still contagious. Like I want to say 2 weeks after, I believe they said it. Like 4 days to 2 weeks after they deceased. So even if they was crying, it's in their tears, it's in their sweat glands. Like, it's not just saliva and like blood anymore. It's like every type of fluid that comes from the human body. So like if somebody were to kiss their deceased family member that had it, and they weren't properly cleaned or like that, you know what I mean? Like, they could contract it now. It's crazy. But even with the whole, oh my god, like the fact of like, so much stuff is going on. Like beyond the beyond the Ebola virus, beyond like the Nora virus, what you call it, the Nora Honda virus, besides the other virus that was out, like going back to like the wars and stuff like that, like the idea that I don't trust shitbox. Like, I've never trusted shitbox, and like I'm not sure how anybody could trust shitbox. Like, even when he boasts about stuff, I don't trust him. And when he's like, when he basically, it's that old joke. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with it, but it's different variations of it. But it's like, in the black community, for like different movies and stuff like that, they would talk about like how crackhead was lying to you. It was like their lips are moving. And it's the same thing with like con artists and con men and thieves and like that. How you know a thief and con artist is lying to you? Their lips are moving. That's how I feel when it comes down to shitbox. Like, I don't trust anything he's saying. Even when he was saying like shit online, like shit on like the news, something about like they went into Iran and they stole like millions of gallons of oil from them and stuff like that. But that was before the ceasefire and stuff like that. Like, I don't believe that. Like, like if anything, it's possible they could have stole some oil from it. Because that's the thing about it. It's not one of those things that everything he say, good, bad, or different, like, I don't trust, but I honestly, I just don't. I feel like he exaggerated a lot. I feel like if it's not a full-on, bold-faced lie, then it's an exaggeration of, like, the truth. So, I don't know. Like, when it comes down to it, we'll see when we'll see. But I just find it funny because of the fact that he was trying to how can I say, avoid the truth when it came down to the Epstein files. Like, he started this war for no reason with Iran because Netanyahu basically swindled him into doing it. And now he's up there claiming to be yelling at Netanyahu about the fact that, like, to stop bombing Yemen, and Yemen. And it's just funny because I'm like, all this shouldn't have been a thing in the first place, but the fact of the matter it is, because the fact that you started this shit, like, yeah, I mean, it's not real. Could have bombed all the little long day, but to have shitbox actually put the United States at risk of starting all this catastrophe of wasting billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, just to now get into a deal that basically wasted even more hundreds of billions of dollars, because the fact that it's going to be up to $300 billion just to start this thing off in the first place, where we basically was running back and forth through the Strait of Hormuz for free. Now we want to pay tolls. Now we gotta repay for the restructuring fees of their land. Where, wow, mind you, once again, they claimed we didn't have enough money to for healthcare, but now we fucking have to, like, use our own taxpayers' money to shell out $300 billion for their infrastructure. Like, it's insanity. On top of, like, the oil that we want to pay, like, we want to buy for the tolls and stuff like that. Like, it's so ridiculous. So, like all this rigmarole and blah 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 about all this, like, the oil prices and the gas prices and, like, the grocery prices, stuff like that, which has gone up drastically. Like, I think I was telling you before, like, usually my whole thing is spending like $100 to like $125, $150 when I go grocery shopping. Last time I went grocery shopping, I wasn't paying attention to how much, like, I was spending, because honestly, it's to the point where I have enough to go in there and just get what I want and then tap it and then leave and get my receipt, yada yada yada. But I ain't gonna, like, I tapped it, got my receipt, left, you know what I mean, did my whole thing and like that. And I got back home and I looked, like, you know, just scrolling through my phone, and it, you know, I get a notification from my bank of saying how much I spent and where I spent it at. And it was like $250. Like, it was $250. And granted, I didn't grab anything extra than I usually grab. So it was just like, what the fuck, dude? But that's these fucking maggots. That's what they voted for. That's what they called in the office. But whatever. Like, hopefully, like, I'm not the only Gemini that is at the point of, you know, needing to do the right stuff with their health so that they can keep breathing and staying in this plane of existence, because we all know that Shitbox is not doing anything to keep his health, like, secure, which is annoying as fuck, because he cut off healthcare for everybody who isn't able to afford it, however, or made it harder for those who can afford it as well, while he's sitting in the fucking Oval Office and getting the fucking best fucking healthcare possible and shit like that, because the fact that he's in the Oval Office, like, it's some bullshit. But regardless, I'm happy to be where I'm at, and I'm happy to have, you know, my health under control as much as I can possibly do it, and to put myself in a better position to have myself in the best health position I can be in. And I'm excited about that. Like, so it's I'm looking at the fact that all I want to do now is literally just get back home, allow myself to, like, rest, Uh-oh. It look like I got an update. Okay. I'm still good. I'm still good. Apparently, it's saying like 11:15 to 1:15 is when my package is going to be coming in the vicinity of my house. So I still have time. So, but I said this before. It might be a short one, like I said earlier. So I'm not sure. I'm going to give it to 11:15 since it's like 11:09 now, and because I still want to go shopping and still want to do my stuff. Like I'll be able to like even if I'm like 9 stops away, I was like even if my package is 9 stops away, I'll still have time to go shopping and grab my comic books and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like I don't know, it's just a crazy world we're living in. Like the fact that the world is pretty much on fire right now, and of course I'm hoping for the best. You know, as much as I loved reading and listening to the audio files of like Revelations and stuff like that when I was younger, like. You know what I mean? I always like, had the thing of hoping that the, meek shall inherit the earth afterwards, type shit. But, and hopefully be able to be there to witness it when it happens. But regardless of what happens, like I said, I'm going out fighting, and, I'm happy to have this opportunity to share myself and share my experiences with as many people as possible, and I am excited that my books are going to be out there. Once again, the Night of Passion series, my 2 books are out. Will and Kelly is book 1, Janet's story is book 2. The way I've written it, you can read either book first, and I'm happy that I actually wrote it out like that, and I look forward to finishing book 3, Meet the Parents, and book 4 whenever I'm actually get a title for it. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everybody's having a good day. Everybody having a good week. I'm not going to chance it. I'm not going to like risk trying to like go shopping and do all this other extra stuff and then yada yada yada. I'm actually going to head out early so I can just be there when I can be there. And I hope everybody have a good night and have a good day. And if you have loved ones or companions that you care about, like let them know that you love them. Like hold them tight, embrace them as often as you both feel comfortable, and just let it be known because life is short. You never know when your time is, and just be honest with it, with your heart. Be honest with your heart, and be honest with those who you have in your heart. So thanks again for traversing this verse with me. This is literally probably going to be the shortest podcast I've ever done, but I'm okay with that. And I will talk to y'all next week, divine willing, and yeah, have a good one. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another. Oh, that's nice. Maybe I'll do another. Maybe this will be like episode 38, part 1, and I'll come back and do a part 2, like at a later date or something like that. I'll like stagger them or something like that. I don't know. But y'all have a wonderful time. You have a wonderful day, and enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. All right, have a good one. This has been a Troyiverse production.